Hello. I am an emotional wreck for no reason. The sixth class kids are finishing school this week, and they're doing all these in my kids' school. They're doing all these cute little concerts to say goodbye. And oh my God, I am the mother you don't want to be next to at a school event because I'm such an emotional little loser.
You poor thing. I'd be right there with you though.
I didn't even have a child. I didn't even have a child close to sixth class. It's embarrassing. It's not. Oh, bless her. It's like, oh my God, who is your one?
Well, wait until we get into the reading, watching, listening to, because I watched a movie that is going to make you bawl. Like you are fully going to be in ribbons. It's so good.
No. Okay. I look forward to this. My little teary session at the end of the podcast.
Hello and welcome to Let Me Ask My Sister, the podcast where we overthink life so you don't have to. We're your hosts, Sorcha and
Aoife. So pull up a seat, siblings, and let me ask you this. I feel like I said Aoife really weirdly there. Aoife!
You always take such a long gap before you say Aoife. It's like Sorcha and crickets.
Letting you finish your sentence. I never let you finish your sentence otherwise.
Let me finish other ones. You do. I feel like it's me who's always interrupting you.
Really? Oh no, I have such a problem with it. I know this about myself that I interrupt people when they talk. And Owen was talking about this guy he used to work with ages ago, saying that like he's just a chronic interrupter. And I was like, oh my God, I can't believe you married me. That is me. You were like complaining about I am the chronic interrupter. And he was like, I've never noticed this about you. Like you couldn't possibly be.
Oh no, you shattered his glass.
I don't know. He hasn't brought it up with me since. So,
I think there's a difference between like interrupting to add value and just interrupting.
That's right. I'm always adding value.
You always are.
So we thought it would be fun to find some Am I the Asshole cheating revenge stories.
Ooh. I don't think I have my own cheating revenge story. Well, not necessarily cheating, just revenge story to share at all, sadly.
No, or me, or actually, I'm trying to even think of like one from a friend.
The closest thing I can, in terms of cheating revenge, I remember one of my friends, Mary, when her ex-boyfriend cheated. Boo! Boo! We drove around near his house playing Taylor Swift's Better Than Revenge
near his house,
full blast. Oh yeah, just near his house, being like, yeah, better than revenge, grr! And that was that was our revenge story. And we just yelled. We're like, he sucks.
I'm torn between calling you guys lame, but then also being like, it just does feel good to like drive around and yell.
I know, it does. Because his mum tried to get involved.
Oh God.
Yeah. And like, my boy's so great.
Actually, I had a mum get involved after her son cheated on me as well. And then she was chatting with me saying like, oh, you don't give up on it. You don't give up on love. I was like, yeah, you do.
That's not love.
Yeah.
That's not love.
Exactly. My best, I suppose it's not revenge, but comeuppance, I suppose, was when I've been cheated on many times. So when I was cheated on, this other boyfriend, not the guy whose mom told me not to break up with him, but this guy. So he came back like all apologetic and being like, "Oh, it's the biggest mistake I ever made." La 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 la. So I let him have his piece and let him go on and on and on. And then he said at one point, I'd be devastated if I found out that you had a boyfriend now. I was like, well, I have a boyfriend now. And it just felt so good. Yeah.
Mic drop. Boo. I'm glad you're devastated. You idiot. But if you were cheated on, we've got some revenge ideas for you.
Okay, I have a good one to start us off with. My ex got revenge on me in the worst possible way, and I have no way to clear my name.
I like it. Oh, she's giving me options.
Am I the asshole for being brutally honest to my wife about cheating?
First one.
Okay. Last year, I cheated on my ex girlfriend of 8 years, Annie, with a colleague, Jess, who I now have a 3-week-old son with. I have no
Ooh,
excuse. It cost me my job and the majority of my friendships, along with the love of a good woman. I deserved it all, and I've never expected any sympathy for my actions.
watch him now ask for sympathy.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Ah,
Annie delivered my stuff to my parents' house before I even knew she knew about the cheating. So she didn't even confront me. She just cut me out of her life without a word. I
love that,
messaged
Annie.
Go on, Annie. I messaged everyone we knew, begging them to ask her to talk to me, and I sent hundreds of messages telling her how much I regretted everything and wanted her back. I never got a response. Jess saw the messages and it obviously caused issues between us in the beginning, but she fell pregnant quickly, so we moved past it for the sake of our family together, which we both wanted. I am 100% committed to the relationship and haven't even looked at another woman since things settled down.
Sorry. Also, what's the timeline there? 3-week-old baby. Okay, so
But
10 months.
sorry.
Hero! Like,
Yeah. Like, sorry, you're 100% committed to the relationship after begging your ex to get back together. Like, and
mm.
yeah, he'll leave you as he found you. Isn't that what they say?
True.
Mm. In the final stretch of Jess's pregnancy, about a month ago, I saw Annie in a shop for the first time since the breakup. She was pretty cold towards me, but said that a few months ago she found a keychain my granddad got me when I was very young. It's not valuable, but she knows it means a lot to me, and she said that I could come collect it the following Saturday morning. I explained that was 6 days after Jess was due to give birth, so I'd probably need to be home. But she just said I could either get it on Saturday or it was going in the bin, so I agreed a time to go over.
Hmm.
My son was born a few days late, but he's perfectly healthy and wonderful. So he was less than 24 hours old on the Saturday I needed to collect the keychain. I planned to pop in on the way to the hospital, but when I got to my old house, Annie invited me in to talk about how things ended between us. I thought we had a good conversation and that both of us walked away with closure. She let me apologize for the way I treated her, wished me the best with my new family, and hugged me as I left. I admit I held on tightly for the hug, but it was purely because of relief, not lingering feelings. I spent less
Annie
than an
sounds
hour.
like a nice person.
Annie
Like
sounds
she's,
lovely,
yeah, she said, I
rising
know
above it
you
all.
crossed a boundary. I don't want to talk to you. I'm moving on. And maybe you could argue, well, that's a bit harsh. She should hear him out, whatever. But she protected herself. And now she's saying, I'm not throwing away this nice keychain. Let's have a chat, get closure. What a nice person. Fair play,
Yeah.
Annie. I like her. I like her.
So I know where this is going. So listen on.
Okay, never mind.
I didn't tell Jess about any of this because I know that she still feels insecure about Annie, and I didn't want to add fuel to that.
Hmm.
When I arrived at the hospital after seeing Annie, Jess had revoked my access, and the ward manager wouldn't tell me why. I ended up being removed by a security guard because I was denied seeing my son for the second time ever and didn't respond well to being blindsided. Didn't respond well.
That says
Code.
violence.
Yeah, that's code for violence. I tried calling Jess and her mum over and over, and the only response I got was a screen recording of a message from Annie. It was doorbell footage of me walking through the door at 9:30 and then back out just after 10:15, and the hug is only partly caught, so it does look like we could have been kissing. The message Annie sent with it said, "Did he even shower and change his clothes between fucking me and holding his son? Congratulations on being stuck with him for the next 18 years. I hope it's everything you dreamed of."
Boom.
I know.
Well done, Annie. Well
So
done.
we thought we liked you before.
We
This
like you
is
even
so
more
good.
now.
Yeah.
What a legend.
I know, it's genius.
That's
No one
so extreme. I love it.
So extreme. No one believes this is a setup at all. It's something I would never have expected from Annie, and no one else would either, so they're completely rejecting the idea that this is a lie. I sent her a message asking why she did this, assuming I'd still be blocked. Her response was that she wasn't going to let me play innocent and that I may have deleted all of our messages over the past few months, but she hasn't. Obviously there are no messages, but she blocked me again straight after, so I have nothing at all to exonerate myself with.
Why bring it? Sorry, why are you adding that in the post? Obviously, there are no messages. What do you mean,
I
obviously, there are no messages? If she's saying there are messages and she has screenshots of them, babe.
She didn't say he didn't say she's got screenshots, but I'm sure Annie does have screenshots because I don't believe this man at all. I believe
Oh,
he went over to fuck her. Anyway,
Okay. Sorry.
let's read on.
Cliffhanger there, in your opinion.
She waited in silence for almost a year, then took the most cruel and vindictive revenge she possibly could. I have met my son once, minutes after he was born, and now Jess is refusing any contact with me and won't let me see him. Court will take
Mm.
months, and my heart hurts every minute of every day. I know what I did to Annie was horrible, but I don't deserve this. I have no one to talk to about it because not even my own mother believes me. Her only question was why I ruined my life with a baby when Annie was willing to reconcile. And that's about the most supportive thing she said to me since I was dumped. The few friends who stuck
Jesus.
with me are assuming the worst too, and it's killing me that not a single person I know sees this for what it is. Everything is ruined.
Okay. I want to
Bloody
hear your
asshole.
theory.
Yes.
I want to hear your theory because I'm thinking I feel really bad for him. Genuinely, I do. However,
Why?
w- because that sounds really awful. Like you're not being able to see your kid or move on or whatever if it's a lie. Now you think it's not a lie, which
I
we'll
don't
get
think it's a
into.
lie.
But
Yeah.
why would everyone cut you off over that? Like not seeing access to your child? If you surely, you can speak to this better than I can. If you've just given birth and you found something horrible about your partner, like cheating, wouldn't you probably be very upset about it, but still probably want to meet and figure out what's going on because it's like the person you love and it's this huge part of your life that you build together. It feels a little bit more complex, whereas closing the door completely implies that there were some other things going on that he's left out of the story.
Definitely. Like Jess has reason not to trust him and not to believe him. And I think there's more like we were reading between the lines there of he didn't respond well to not being allowed in to see his son. I don't think this man is good.
No,
I
and the way
also
he's written the story feels a bit manipulative as well. But sorry, you don't believe him at all. You think you think he's made this up.
yeah, I think he went over to Annie's house. I think maybe they've been chatting for a little while. I think Annie maybe was maybe getting ready to reconcile, maybe wanted to hear him out a little bit, was maybe falling for him, who knows? And then he
Mm.
said, I need to go because I need to see Jess. She's just had our baby. Or like let it slip at some point in conversation. And then Annie was like, oh my God, excuse me. Like, what? So then she was like, thought of it on the spot. And then it was like, boom, this is what I'm going to do. It's the
Mm.
actions of someone who's very emotional at the time, not, it doesn't feel like something that you do in a pre calculated way, you know?
It could be though.
It could be like, and if it is, go on. Like,
Because that is a completely different story. Like that is completely rewriting it. And if I love that you're just like, no, she's completely
my theory.
vindicated. This must have happened instead.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But another thing that adds to that, if he's saying the reason he went over was to pick up this keychain and it had to be this time on a Saturday, if your
That's kind of
child was
bullshit.
just born, you would either leave the keychain or say to your mom or something like, oh, look, would you mind picking up granddad's keychain on the way over, picking it up from Annie's? Like, I'd really appreciate it. I'm going to the hospital to be with the baby. Like, you wouldn't be like, let me go in for an hour, you
Yeah,
fool.
yeah. This is a selfish man who like he values like seeing Annie and clearing his name more than being with his partner who's just given birth and his new baby.
So
I don't
true
feel
the
sorry
whole
for him.
way through. It's just clearing his name. It was nothing about looking after the people around you.
Yeah.
Asshole! Asshole!
Ah. Asshole. 100%.
What do the
As
commenters
for
think?
Annie.
Oh, oh, what are you saying against
What
Annie?
do we think of her? Is she the
I think she's
asshole?
great. No, I think she's fab.
Should we read some of what other people have to say?
Yes.
Annie for the win. Fuck OP and Jess. They got exactly what they deserved. Yay for karma. As for ruined a newborn's life, get your head out of your fucking ass. As long as he's cared for, he will be fine and won't even know. You two are the only ones suffering, and the innocent child isn't harmed in any way. So perfect revenge. Don't you dare say she ruined your son's life again. He won't know what happened when he was a few days old. Hope you guys had a horrible childbed time. You deserve it.
Jesus. That's
That's
been
a bit
harsh.
much. That's a bit much. Let's
Also,
not drag Jess.
yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, this the whole thing when, you blame the other woman because she
Yeah.
obviously used her witchy powers to seduce the guy. No, she
Yeah.
didn't. She was there. Like,
Yeah.
he made a decision. in any case of cheating, it's the person that's in the relationship who is at fault here. You
Yeah.
can, the person on the other side, I think you all know you're a bit delulu and you probably know what you're doing is wrong. I'm not saying that it's right, but you can't be mad and putting blame on the other person. It is 100% the cheater.
100. This comment goes on to drag Jess a bit, so I'm not going to read the rest of
Oh.
that. Once a cheater, always a cheater. It seems everyone but OP knows this, and that is why they all immediately don't believe him. They know he cheated
Mhm.
at least once before, so nothing is stopping him from doing it again. Maybe Annie did him a favor because Jess would always be insecure, expecting him to cheat, as she was the mistress once and knows very well he can easily cheat again. First, it will be
Yeah.
Annie, then some random other woman. I don't think baby trapping him was the answer.
I don't think she
And they're
baby
both
trapped
getting what they
him.
deserve. Let's guys on Reddit. Like
I mean, it's Reddit.
yeah, this is true.
Are we
You know the
surprised?
way like this is where AI like learns is from the likes of Reddit and stuff. I'm like, oh, guys, we
No,
want to
you
be
don't baby
cheating
trap. It
our
takes two
babies.
people to make a baby. It
Yeah,
takes two people. Women are just
yeah.
walking around falling pregnant.
No, exactly. Yeah,
For
she
God's
managed
sake.
to keep herself not pregnant until then. But yeah, there we are.
I love it.
Yeah.
Okay, Annie is properly paving the way for me now as good revenge stories. You have the choice of two.
Okay.
Am I the asshole or is it petty revenge?
Okay.
It's not a breakup story, it's a revenge story.
Okay.
Or am I the asshole for getting revenge on my best friend at his wedding when he ruined mine?
Yeah, let's hear that one. The wedding.
Okay, so it's a bit of a
Two friends
long
ruin
one.
each other's weddings. Cool.
Let's go. Okay. I, 27, have a best mate of 20 years, 27 male, who we'll call Luke. We've practically grown up together and we've considered each other family. In the past couple of years, I begin to kind of resent him. More on this later, but we've gone through so much together, so I tolerated him. Oh. We've been close
Nice.
since school. Nice, I know. And we've been on so many holidays and we went to the same uni. So we've always just been in each other's lives, kind of like family. I met my now wife, Beth, 27, 5 years ago at uni at a coffee shop and fell hard. We moved in together after we graduated and I proposed to her after we were dating for 4 years, and it was one of the best days of my life. Before then, I'd done some pretty dumb stuff I wasn't proud of when I was younger, lots of partying, drugs, drinking, and all the stuff that usually follows. Since I turned 20, I really tried to be a better person and make better decisions. And Luke, who's also met his wife, 27, Claire, at the same time as Beth and Claire were also friends, but started dating around a year after us. This meant, as a couple, we were really close. We did loads of things together, made some good memories, and after our 2 year anniversary, we met up with Luke and Claire for dinner at our place. We were going around the table saying things that we've done, and it fell to me last. I told a lie because I hadn't yet disclosed my prior transgressions to Beth yet, and I was waiting for the right time. Look, I know it was wrong, but I was scared what might happen if I did. And of course, Luke knew this. He decided to bring up one of the times I'd done something stupid on a night out and ended up getting arrested. As you can imagine, Beth was not happy with this, and to make it worse, Luke then decided to rattle off 3 other times I had done something dumb. I don't really want
Oh,
to make them into public, but I'm just not too pleased about it. The dinner then ended awkwardly, and Beth was mad at me for not telling her about this previously and went to stay with her parents. This is when I started to hate Luke. I accept my part in not telling Beth, but someone I considered family didn't even give me the opportunity to tell my future wife about things in the right way, and it just blindsided us both. I decided to make Luke my best man against my better judgment as my parents were really keen on it, and honestly, I just needed their money to pull off the wedding. Yee.
God. Not loving OP.
Yikes. Coming up to the wedding, I spoke to Luke and Claire and specifically asked them, not just as friends but as family, not to mention some of the things that happened on our lad's holiday in his best man speech. Okay. In summary, we ended up doing
Okay.
a lot of drugs, alcohol, and partying, and me and one of my other mates in our haze ended up getting a hooker.
I assume this lad's holiday is before he met Beth.
I don't know if this is before he met Beth or not. It doesn't clarify that. I'm not proud of this, but at least this time Beth knew about it beforehand and my family did not. And I wanted to keep it that way. Apparently, he understood and he promised he wouldn't mention it. Well, no surprise what happens here. On what's supposed to be the best day of our life, Luke ruined it by mentioning this very thing. Honestly, when it happened, I was not surprised. He was laughing while he was talking about it, and he glanced at me and he could see the rage in both mine and Beth's eyes. In an awkward 5 minutes, no one laughed at any point of his speech, and when he sat down, he was visibly embarrassed. My so-called brother did the very thing I asked him not to do on our wedding day. My family was not pleased with this information and did not hesitate to make it clear to me that after the dinner, my 86-year-old grandparents, who were the only one in the family that I was really close to, left early. I was crushed by this and consumed with rage and did not want to spoil the wedding, so I asked Luke and Claire to leave, and sensing my mood, they thankfully obliged. The rest of the wedding went all right, but after the speech, obviously, it ruined it for us. That isn't
Oh.
nice at all.
No,
Like,
it's
that's
also
nasty.
it's nasty, it's pointless, it's just like clearly that's going to go down like a lead balloon. That's
Why
not
would you?
the right. Know your audience.
Yeah,
Like,
like, that's the thing about best man speeches. Like, I remember there was one wedding I was at, and the best man was going on how he was going to ravage the bride after. And
the best
like,
man.
the best man. And I saw it, and like the groom was so excited to just go and ravage his bride and making
Oh my
all these sex jokes about the couple. And
oh
it's
my
like,
god.
why? Like, why are you doing this? It's meant to be a
Yeah.
nice moment for them, not like it's not funny. It's not like
Yeah.
your lad's locker room talk.
No, exactly.
It was so like everyone was so uncomfortable. Anyway, I didn't speak much to Luke after the wedding, and he could sense I was done with him, but Beth and Claire kept in touch, which was okay. Anyway, on to the good bit.
Okay.
Last week was Luke's and Claire's wedding.
Okay.
Oh. When planning the wedding, Luke asked me to be his best man for his wedding to extend an olive branch.
Oh no.
Mistake. Boys are so stupid. Note that at no point did he apologize for what he said or accepted any wrongdoing. I
Oh.
agreed. Not because I cared about him in the slightest, but because I wanted to do the very thing he did to me.
Oh, come
Vindictive?
on.
Yes, but I didn't care. He ruined the best day of our lives because of what? His ego? There was literally, you're doing the exact same here, babe. There was
Yeah.
literally no reason to what he did, but he did it anyway. When Luke was 18, on a night out, he got with an older woman who was married with three kids,
Two kids.
married with 3 kids. The husband found out and tried to fight Luke, but he got the better of him and ended up sending the guy to the hospital.
Holy
Jesus.
shit.
Safe to say, they got a divorce and Luke practically destroyed a family and has no regrets.
Fucking
The
hell.
best thing about this story was he didn't actually tell me not to mention it, and I knew Claire would never know about it. So on the day, I stood up and shattered his world. I looked him right in the eye as I started it, and I could see the smile drain from his face as he knew where it was going. When I finished it, it was just as awkward as my wedding, but I sat down with confidence because I knew everyone there knew why I shared that story. I enjoyed the rest of the wedding with my mates who all supported what I did, not their
Fuck's
girlfriends or
sake.
fiancés, but you can't win everything. Fucking hell. The girlies didn't agree.
Yeah.
Shocking.
Oh
Luke
my god. You
Luke
and
didn't.
Luke are both assholes. You deserve each other.
Assholes. Yeah, Claire and Beth should move on.
Yeah.
Luke did not look at me once after he knew there's nothing more to say in between us. A week on from the wedding, I've not spoken to Luke at all, and I don't want to. I apologized to Claire in person as it was her wedding day too, and I did feel it wasn't fair on her to be caught up like that, but I explained how I felt about what Luke had done at my wedding and the dinner that night. Beth and Claire had the same opinion. They understood why I did it, but they're not happy. I didn't tell them about it.
I'd be fuming as Claire. Can you imagine?
Oh my God.
Like, can
Yeah.
you imagine your partner stands up at a wedding and purposefully, vindictively destroys this wedding with a secret that the bride doesn't even know?
That's so horrible. Like, it's
Yeah.
so nasty. It's so, so nasty. Luke's and Claire's parents called me the day after and screamed down the phone at me, calling me an asshole for exposing Luke like that. But I laughed back at them and reminded Luke's parents that they were at my wedding and saw what he did. And it was rich for them to rip me a new one despite their son doing the exact same thing and saying nothing to me about it on the day after. I don't think I'm the asshole here. Sure, immature, I'll accept. But I have to ask, am I the asshole?
Yes. 100%. You are an asshole.
You're an asshole. Like,
You're an
don't get me
immature
wrong.
asshole. Luke's a
Luke,
bad friend.
Luke's a bad
Move on.
friend. You should have trusted your gut and not had him as
Yeah.
your best man from the get-go. The fact that he
Yeah.
mentioned the story was horrible, and that's nasty. But you purposefully did this. And
Yeah.
poor old Claire is
And
sitting
Beth.
there in her Yeah, it's
The
so
Beth,
awful.
whatever, Luke's wife.
Claire or Beth.
I yeah, whichever. I think Beth is Luke's wife.
No, Claire is Luke's wife.
Okay. Poor Claire sitting there, just newly married to Luke, not knowing that he had this like horrible moment in his past.
Yeah,
Like,
putting someone
yeah,
in the
it was,
hospital?
yeah, Jesus.
Jesus.
Like that changes a lot of things, no doubt.
Mhm.
But then also OP's wife sitting next to him, knowing that he's saying these awful things
So nasty.
deliberately to destroy and ruin a day. That's her good friend.
Yeah, no, very nasty. Very nasty. Nasty. You are 1,000% the asshole. That
What
is
do you have
not
to
good
say?
revenge. That's not good
No,
revenge. Let us
no.
know in the comments what you think. Because
Mm.
I see why I see the temptation of it, but I don't think he actually should have even accepted to be his best man. He should have said, "No, I don't
No,
want anything to do with you."
he shouldn't have even gone to the wedding unless his wife really wanted him to go. But like, I can imagine she would
No.
understand why he wouldn't want to go. What did the people in the comments say?
Oh, everyone says he's an asshole. Everyone's like, "Yeesh, you both suck."
Also, their friends don't sound much better. Like the fact that all the lads were like, "Oh yeah, go on, like fair play," and they all had a great time at the wedding, knowing that he ruined it.
No, not
Can you
a
imagine one of your friends
chance.
did that? You would call her out. You'd be like, "Why would you do
Why?
that?
Yeah, I'd be like, "Go, leave." And
You should go."
surely you don't know what these guys are like, obviously. It just
Yeah,
wasn't that kind of environment. But like surely the girl like when he says, "Oh, Beth and Claire got why I did it." That you've
did
just
they?
taken that from what they've said. They've probably said, "Look, I understand where your head was at." And he's like,
Yeah,
"They understand. They understand why I did it." No,
yeah.
no, no.
No, I don't think so. Don't
Crazy.
think so.
So another asshole. What do you have for me?
Okay, so am I the asshole for being brutally honest to my wife about cheating?
Yes,
You want to hear
I
that one?
think you are.
Or am I the asshole or petty revenge? I went to dinner at my ex's house.
The first one.
Okay, am I the asshole for being brutally honest to my wife about cheating? So this happened over the past
Yes.
weekend. Probably. We were at a party with friends and this question popped up. We essentially had a small never have I ever game, which is pretty childish looking back, but we're all in our late 20s, so it isn't that bad. One of the questions was, never have I ever forgiven a partner for cheating. A few people counted that as something that they did, including my wife. I expressed my surprise about it, since I wouldn't expect her, of all people, to give someone a chance after cheating. Other than that, the night went on just fine, and I was driving us home. I don't drink, I hate alcohol. Okay. Nice little
That was
aside.
unnecessary.
Yeah.
I hate it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Judgy McJudgerson over
All
here.
right. Okay, Stephen
You
Bartlett.
can
No, you don't
I
need to.
3 glasses of wine.
I asked her about the whole situation with forgiving a partner for cheating. In her words, her ex boyfriend of so many years back cheated on her. He came clean about it and they tried again, but then he went and did it again in the same manner. She said she
Boo.
didn't, boo. She said she didn't regret giving him a second chance and would do the same if I happened to cheat. I figure this is just her
Ooh.
being drunk. I have no intention of cheating on her. In the absence of any answer from me, she asks if I do the same for her. I bluntly told her that I wouldn't be able to forgive cheating, nor would I ever expect to be forgiven for cheating if I somehow ended up doing it. Short of physical abuse or other heinous acts, it's the worst thing you can do to someone you love. Agree?
Yeah.
Um, I don't know what happened to her after that, but she stopped talking the rest of the car ride. Ever since then, she's been dead silent around me. Okay.
Okay.
She isn't her usual bubbly self and is withdrawn when I have conversations with her. She avoids any questions about what happened on Saturday night, too. I asked our mutual friends about any context I may have missed, and a few of them have said that she must have taken it a bit too hard. As in, me not being able to
Mm.
forgive her for hypothetical cheating means I don't love her as much as she loves me. Her two oldest friends kind of implied that I shouldn't have been so blunt about it.
Blunt about what? Having a boundary.
Yeah, like I'm sorry. I think she's being kind of manipulative and controlling in this situation.
Yeah. Yeah, that
Um,
sounds like
you
it.
can't just shut him down. I don't think,
It
like,
ca-
not definitely not the asshole. It's okay to have a
Sounds like
boundary.
someone might have cheated. Sounds like
That's
someone might have cheated.
exactly where my mind went.
Mm.
It sounds like she cheated or she's about to cheat. um,
She's got some. So what's it, urns in the fire? What's the phrase?
yeah, irons on the fire, is it?
Irons in the fire. Yeah,
Yeah.
urns.
Would you say urns?
She's got some urns in the fire.
Urns in the fire. Is an urn what you put ashes in?
Yes.
Yes.
Of
She'll put
her
them in the bar.
dead sexual conquests. I
Oh
don't know.
God. For dead sex life, apparently. Mhm.
Ooh, well, yeah, maybe is that why she's cheating?
Mm.
He doesn't like
Um,
alcohol. Is he a prude?
yeah, definitely not the
Why am I
asshole.
judging people that don't drink here? You're totally allowed not to drink and be fun. I know loads of people who don't drink and are so much fun.
I know lots of people who don't drink. I swear, I'm friends with
I
people who
I
don't drink.
swear, I've got friends who don't drink.
Yeah.
And they don't talk about it. They don't make it their personality.
No,
And
this
that's
is
the
exactly it.
difference.
It doesn't have to be your whole personality. All right,
Stephen
not the
Bartlett.
asshole. Exactly. Not the asshole. She's conflating your personal boundaries with your love for her, but personal boundaries and deal breakers are about self-love, not love of another. Not everyone has the same boundaries, and that is always more about the person themselves than other people.
100% agree. He's very
Uh-huh.
clearly said that he is just not okay with cheating.
Yeah.
But I remember there was someone that I was dating and they were kind of okay with cheating.
Sorry, what?
Like we were dating briefly and there was
Okay.
going to be a time where, we were both of us gone on separate holidays and they were like, "Oh, well, like if we get with people it's fine, like and we're still together." And I was like, "No, I'm not really okay with that."
Yeah.
And then they were like, "Oh, I they just didn't see they kind of separated sex and a relationship. It was two
Yeah.
different things for them,
Yeah.
whereas it wasn't for me." So I was like, "Well, there's clearly different boundaries that we both have at this point in time. So let's kind of draw the line there."
Yeah.
And it ended.
Clearly, if you have to draw a line on like, that you're not comfortable with cheating, like, that just seems like a weird beginning. But then I suppose that everyone has different boundaries and everyone has different rules within a relationship, not
Yeah,
to
and that's totally fine, but you have to be on the
yeah.
same one and you can't cross each other's
Yeah.
boundaries. So I don't think he's being an asshole and I don't think it was a blunt delivery at all.
No, I don't think the delivery matters. Like just to
Not
have a firm boundary on no, I'm not okay with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder what our friends are covering up. But there's an update.
Okay, update. I'd have to
Mhm.
say about 90% of the comments immediately went to her being a cheat or planning on cheating with some handsome doctor. That isn't what's happening here. I pressed the issue when I got home last night and she finally cracked. Well, this sounds like it's
Ooh.
made up now.
Why
um,
why a handsome doctor?
yeah, the handsome
Oh.
doctor.
Oh, okay, okay.
She said she felt like I thought less of her for choosing to give her ex one more chance and felt hurt to hear me speak about ending our marriage so frankly. Obviously, I
Um,
didn't mean to hurt her with what I thought would be a meaningless hypothetical. I explained that I valued our relationship too much to cheat on her, which is what I meant by my answer. We had a much longer chat about why she felt so down, and I think we got to the crux of the matter. Oh, here we go. She confessed to still having fears of me having an affair like he did and losing the relationship. In short, she feels like she hasn't actually processed the cheating from her old relationship. Her
mm,
ex was her first relationship, so having him cheat on her clearly messed up her self confidence. She was anxious during the first year or so during our relationship because of some female friends I had who are still in my life. Her ex cheated with one of his friends both times. She came clean.
mm.
She came clean about checking my phone for any secret chats or apps during our entire relationship. We both know each other's
Wow.
passwords and use the other person's phones freely. So when I said that I wouldn't tolerate having an affair, whether it be on my side or hers, she just felt guilty about being so worried all the time. That's not really adding up to me. I think I think she would benefit from some form of counseling to help her get over this, which she agrees with. So now we're planning on getting individual therapy for her and possibly something for the both of us. At the same time, I'm reassuring her that this isn't a marriage ending issue and I'm not angry at her. Needless to say, things are still off at home, but much better now that this is all out in the open now.
Whatever. I get what if it was a blunt delivery. I mean, if you actually don't know what he said in that moment, if she was feeling
Yeah.
insecure, if he was like, "No, no, no, the marriage would be done." I
Yeah.
can see her being like, What do you mean the marriage?" Like that
Ouch.
would
Yeah.
yeah, that would really hurt. So I get where she's coming from in that perspective. And
Yeah.
obviously if she was cheated on, this is obviously some lingering thoughts for
True.
her. But his update was weird. I didn't like it.
No, it just felt a little bit fake. So the first comment is,
Mm.
have you fully addressed the actively searching through your phone part? I know you said you both can freely use each other's phones, but to me, that would warrant a full conversation about boundaries and trust. I know she struggles with trust and confidence and from her previous relationship, but her triggers are ultimately hers to sort out with assistance and
Yeah.
encouragement as needed, of course, and shouldn't infringe upon her partner. Maybe you slash people don't care about the snooping, but that's a red flag for me, even as someone with nothing to hide from a partner.
I think that's so true. Like I'd be
Yeah.
as in Tim and I know each other's passwords, but I'm not going through his app seeing what he's up
Yeah.
to. Maybe I will.
Yeah. Like, I'll happily use Owen's phone, but I would never want to read through his WhatsApp messages.
So
Like,
boring.
yeah, exactly. Got better
Yeah.
things to doom scroll through.
So yeah, not the asshole, but best of luck to you and the wife. Should we do a quick reading, watching, listening too?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, I have my pick for you. It
Oh, go
is
on.
going to make you bawl.
Oh, stop. You've already given me the
Yeah,
trigger warning, and I
yeah.
told you I have my period, so it's
It's the one for it. It's the you know the way
okay.
sometimes you just need a cry.
Yeah, I think I probably should watch this tonight. Get it all
So
out.
yeah, I do. It's called
Mhm.
Voicemails for Isabel.
Okay.
It's on Netflix.
Okay, I haven't heard about it.
The reason why I think it made me so sad, well, there's two reasons. The first one was I was ill-equipped for how much better the film was than I thought it was going to be,
Okay.
because it kind of gives off stupid Netflix rom-com
Mhm.
that has actors that you know and that you
Yeah.
like but aren't that big, and you know it's not going to be that good.
Mhm.
That was the vibe it got.
Okay.
It's about this chick who gets kind of ghosted by this podcast bro, and then how it leads her to find love. But
Okay.
the other part about it is that she tells this story through her voicemails for Isabel. Isabel is her little sister
She's
who,
dead.
yeah, she's dead.
I knew it.
Isabel's dead. And so it's like, oh, her late sister, and they're kind of talking about it. And you're like, okay. But the first 15 minutes of the movie is setting up just how lovely their relationship is and
Oh.
how tricky, like, it was with her being sick, but how they bonded over this stuff and they're best friends the whole way. And she's still alive at the beginning of the film. So then you experience the death. And it was one point, 10 minutes in, Tim paused the movie and he was like, why would you do this to us? Like, it's
Oh.
actually so sad, but it's so good. And then the ending, it's equally as sad. And I was so glad that it was her little sister because I was able to at least attach that part, but you won't be. So
No.
enjoy the chaos, it'll break you.
Oh, it's like I remember when you messaged me. I actually still haven't watched Moana 2, but I remember you messaged me, you watched it. I was like, there's an age gap sister. I was like, oh no, I can't deal with even the thoughts of this right now.
The sister movies, man, they just
I
get
know.
you. Like,
They
they're
get you.
oh, I felt it so hard, but it was really good. It was really fun. It is a tearjerker,
Yeah.
and it's not a second screen movie,
Okay,
so
good.
that's fun too.
Yay. Love it. I look forward to crying on Friday night.
Enjoy.
Thank you.
What do you got for me this week?
What do I have? So I have returned to Hacks. Have you ever watched it?
I have dipped in and out.
Yeah, so Hacks is a sitcom and it follows Deborah Vance, who is a comedian. And it starts, and she's kind of had her heyday, but she's still performing in Vegas. And she gets a new writer, whose name is Ava. And Ava kind of refreshes her and I suppose brings her work, makes her work a little bit more current and palatable to a new audience, I suppose, or makes it a bit more relevant, I suppose. And it's about their unlikely relationship unfolding along the journey and where their careers both go.
Because they both don't want to work with each other. So the Ava is she was kind of an up and comer, and then a tweet that she put out, she ended up getting cancelled. So this is the only job she can get. And then isn't
Yeah,
Deborah? She doesn't want a new writer. She's like, it ain't broke,
yeah,
don't fix it.
Exactly. She doesn't want to hear it. She's like, I don't need to be current. I don't need to be relevant. What I'm doing is perfect. So I'd watched the first 2 seasons of it years and years and years ago, and what suppose when it was still new, and then forgot about it. And then I saw some clips of season 5 on social media, and I was like, oh my God, that actually looks really funny. Because they're talking about AI in the clips that I saw. They're talking about AI and how it's
Okay.
impacted comedy writing.
Yeah.
So then I was like, oh, that sounds really funny and really interesting. So I went back. So now I'm catching back up, and I'm on season 4, which season 4 is a little bit disappointing. Season 3 was quite good. Season 4 I've been finding a little bit of a tough
Tough.
one. But I'm looking forward to season 5.
Okay. You know,
Yeah.
I think I need to give it another go. I'd like to watch another short and funny.
Yeah, it's a good, short,
Yeah.
and funny 30 minutes. And there's
Oh,
5 seasons. So,
ideal.
yeah,
Great.
enough for you to get stuck into.
Lovely.
Yeah, and in terms of reading, I have finished reading the entire series of A Court of Thorns and Roses.
Way! So you
Yes,
can finally read another book.
yes. So I'm looking for Rex because I was going to read the other series from Sarah J. Maas, Throne of Glass.
I
But
thought we
I
weren't
think
reading that one.
I know I'm unsure. Chatting to the girls, and like opinions are divided. A lot of them are saying that it's the best one. So maybe I do give it a go. I don't know. Tell me in the comments,
Oh.
should I read A Throne of Glass? But I kind of feel like I kind of want to wait. I just kind of want to stop here, read other books, and then the 6th ACOTAR, I'll read that one, and
Okay,
then maybe
fair.
start A Throne of Glass because I don't want to get because there's 7 books of those, so I don't want to get all caught up in that.
Yeah. Take a break, read some other types of genres, and then come back to it.
Yes, I was thinking about reading
Oh.
Yesteryear. Have you read it or heard of it?
Oh, I have heard of it, but I haven't read it.
Yeah, yeah. If anyone hasn't heard of it, it is it, oh, if I have it right, it's a story of a woman who is an influencer, like a trad wife influencer, and she goes back in time. It's a time traveling drama. She
Love
goes
it.
back in time and finds herself as an actual trad wife in the 1800s,
Ooh,
churning butter.
so good.
Yep.
I'm also reading a book, but I can't remember what it's called. I'm only a couple pages in, but it's meant to be really good. I'll go get it. Hang on. It is called Heart the Lover by Lily King.
Oh, okay. I haven't heard of it.
Mm-hmm. It is about a author
Mm-hmm.
who's older and she's married with kids, and she's great at writing love stories, but she hasn't written this one. And it's
Ooh.
the kind of one story that she hasn't told.
Okay.
And it's the way she tells the story.
Okay.
So I'm at the story part of it now, but it is really good. I've been told I've only read a couple of pages, and I was told once I get into it, I won't be able to put it down. So I'm waiting for a day where I can just read the entire thing
Oh, okay.
because it's only little.
Yeah.
It's
Nice.
only a little shorty. Well, there you have it. That's our reading, watching, listening
There
to,
you go. Yeah.
and we will be back next week with more fun podcast stuff.
We've got some great listener emails to get to this season. So continue to send them in. We love to hear them. So yeah, please do send them in to letmeaskmysisterpod@gmail.com, or you can drop us a DM on any of our socials.
And we're on YouTube, and we have a little Google form, and you can put in your emails there if you want to stay anonymous.
And don't forget to like and share and subscribe.
Do it!